ain't tryna see your hand out. No freebies, better pay out. Y'all so cheap, man, we stay out. Feel like a breeze, don't play around. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me.
Yeah, I've been on the road chill. 31, baby, living out my dream still. I just got off a tour, the product in store, I'm playing. I'll be rocking with the guy in the horse, yeah. You just hopped in the coupe, got lock in the shoes. I worship Jesus, you not gonna shoot. I'm watching you do the campaign, swear I'm blocking these fools. I got studio time, I got my watch in the booth, yeah. They be praying on my downfall. I'm an outlaw, switching pulls every stance like Southpaw. How come your mouth off when y'all soft? No, you see me on the trampoline, about to bounce off, yeah. It's a matter of time, I know you see me standing in the front, back in the line, I happen to grind. Every minute passing the time. We ain't never been friends. How you acting like mine? Y'all need contentment. Y'all got resentment. God's grace lead to repentance. You live for mentions that make me question how you gonna handle a gift if you don't know how to stew a blessing. You can't do it. You don't want a dream chase. You don't put your hands to it. You know the circle strong. 4th and 40 got a pun. No, I don't do what I want. I do it for the kingdom come. I ain't know that I was flowing. I ain't showing sign of slowing. I am going for the juggler, mate. The one to debate. But you seem to want it for free. I ain't doing video unless I'm gonna get paid. Yeah, I've been working on a gift. I ain't doing free shows. You can call me here again. You can call me what you want. It's really absurd. Just because you're the church doesn't really mean you don't have to pay me what I am worth. Woo.
I ain't tryna see your hand out. No freebies, better pay out. Y'all so cheap, man, we stay out. Feel like a breeze, don't play around. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleepy, and that's when you really gon' need me.
I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwin' the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much, I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money statement, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out of stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks but they all in the raps. Had a few friends but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100 seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league.
I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. We stillin' at the gas station when the time was cold. In the kitchen, hot still tryna flip it out the stove. Rockin' fake J's, praying that nobody know. Watch them take my dog away, it was way too hard to stay composed. Fight to see the light of day, all this blood on my clothes. I was tired every day, green light, it's time to go. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, I might crash cause the good die young. Yeah, the good die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. I know my people needed me. Diamond in the rough, I don't know what it is they see in me. Go down as a legend in my city, cause we beat the streets. Trying to spread the wealth around the block, no, I can't keep from me. Told me I should leave. I see the bigger picture, and it's way bigger than me. Can't be living like a king, but my people need to eat. If I got it, then you got it, we gon' get back on our feet. And I put it on me. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Or die too young. 100 miles per hour might crash, cause good die young. But here I come, push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back home. Y'all coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream. Every single weekday right here where it is Halloween every single day, guys. Do not roast my Halloween. I was going to say my Halloween toys. My Halloween decorations are still up, guys. I'll probably take them down today. But it just took so long to get them up there. I had to let them live for more than one day or 2 days or whatever. But what is going on, everybody? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for spending your precious time here with the Candle Mafia and your boy Frankie Candles to do 2 full hours of TA on Bitcoin and the rest of your favorite altcoins to try to figure out what the next move in the market is. Sometimes we get it right. Well, a lot of times we get it right. Sometimes we get it wrong. But guys, yesterday we were looking for a very, very specific target on Bitcoin for a very specific reason, and we wound up tapping that level not right after the live stream, but a bit after the live stream last night. We tapped that level and then got a perfect reversal back to the downside. So we're going to be talking about this little pullback that we're seeing right now, the level that we rejected from, why we rejected from it, and kind of where I think price is headed in the near future. So we're going to cover all that, and then about halfway through the stream, guys, we're going to be taking a look at those altcoins. As you guys know, don't spam them just yet. Wait for me to say the word, and then you can spam them, and Rob the Crypto Snob will count up those votes and let us know what altcoins we're taking a look at. But it's going to be an awesome show, guys. We don't have that crazy pump and price action, but we hit our target, so it's going to be a good stream. But before we get into it, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get to spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure. The more spins, the more free crypto, and potentially the more free Frankie Candles hats. If we hit 850 likes on tonight's live stream, I will spin that wheel 20 times and add a Frankie Candles hat to tomorrow night's giveaway. So smash up that like button. Creighton C is on duty tonight as the like police. So shout out to Creighton C. And shout out to Dave Digital that said, the man, the sniff, the legend. You guys know I am a hand sniffer. Not a foot sniffer, but a hand sniffer. But before we get into it, guys, let's go ahead and say what is going on to the CandleMafia. We got chat already going crazy. Shout out to Darren Does Things in the chat. Said, Mystic Ruin, I got 2 of the 3 SFP scalps. Let's go. Shout out to Darren crushing the trades in the premium Discord. Let's go, bro. Shout out to Creighton C. Like I said, our like police. We got Melissa in the house. What is going on, Melissa? We got Caffeinated Crypto, Wolf of Crypto. And then we got Michael. What is going on, Michael? Shout out to you, bro. We got Cryptic Sniper, Patrick Leishman, Crypto Jam. Did I say Mystic Ruin? Shout out to you, man. Apple's up north, as always. And we got Jonah Plainclothes. Hey, Jonah, are you a cop, bro? Are you a plainclothes officer? Let me know. I always think of that when I see Jonah Plainclothes. I'm like, he must be a cop. But shout out to you, bro. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. And then we also got DeFi something. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here, Wayne C. What is going on? We got Hannah, our CandleMafia princess, in the chat. Spam those emojis if you have those tiara emojis for Hannah, our CandleMafia princess. But guys, don't forget to show some love to our mods in the chat. They help me out endlessly with this YouTube channel, as you guys know. Show them some respect in the chat. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and try to figure out what the heck this thing Bitcoin's going to do. And let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Let's get it. So here we are, guys. Shout out to Market Cypher. We got some new lower thirds here. If you guys are interested in Market Cypher, I didn't mean for that to pull up. That was an OBS thing. But anyway, shout out to the new lower thirds. Let's go ahead, guys, and jump on into the price action here and see what we got going on. So obviously, guys, we got this big move up, and then yesterday we did come up. Shout out to Hannah King. Let's go. Already dropping those memberships. Thank you so much, Hannah King. We appreciate you. Let's go. Already, guys, we are 30 seconds into the stream, and Hannah's already gifting those memberships. Let's go. Shout out to Hannah Art. And look, they already got the tiaras in the chat for you, Hannah. Let's go. You're insane. Respect Z-Pump. Shout out to ICP. Shout out to ICP Alpha. Let's go. We got Poor Man Joe. What is going on? Oh, man, Hannah with the memberships. That's right. Just wait. I'm sure Golden is lurking around the corner. But, guys, shout out to Hannah, but let's go ahead and continue on here and start looking at the charts. But as you guys can see here, obviously, last night, we did wind up getting, let's see. Oh, my God, chat going insane right now. Oh, God, they're calling for Golden. They're sending out the bat signal for Golden. Love this stream. Shout out to Silly Willy. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. Oh, Apple's up north. Let's go. Thank you for those memberships. Let's go. The memberships are flowing, guys. I'm feeling good. Bitcoin pumped, but isn't pumping currently. But it feels like a good stream. It's going to be a good stream tonight. Let's go. But, guys, let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Apple. Shout out to Hannah. And shout out to everybody in the chat. But taking a look here, right? We did get this move up to about $36,130 right here. And this was a level, guys, that we were looking at on the chart. If we come on over to the Bitstamp, exchange here, you guys can see, right? If we zoom out, you guys can see we are obviously, let me just actually go ahead and hide some of this stuff. Yo, chat going ballistic right now. Yo, what is going on? Shout out to you guys. Chat is going insane. Shout out to Ulas. I don't know what is going on in chat. Apples everywhere. We got golden emojis everywhere. And shout out to Hannah King. Yo, Hannah King. What is going on? Absolutely insane with those memberships getting dropped. Shout out to Hannah King. This is crazy. I'm just trying to do the TA, but the Mafia is showing so much dang love. Just dropping all the super chats. Let's go. Shout out to maybe a Band-Aid. Let's go. He says, D-Gen the likes for my man, people. Let's go, man. Shout out. Was that maybe a Band-Aid? Shout out to maybe a Band-Aid. You guys are crazy. The support is unreal. But let's go ahead and see what we got going on here, right? Now, we did get this move up to about 36.1, 30, not on the Bitstamp chart, right? It's different. On the leverage exchanges like Bybit, this candle did come up to, I think, 36.89 or something. What is it? 36.98. I'm sorry, that was backwards. 36.98 on the leverage exchanges. If you come on over to the Bitstamp chart, the top of this candle was about $35,968. And as you guys know, if we go ahead and pull up our right here, right? That naked weekly point of control was one of those levels that we were looking at, and this was one of the things that I was watching for a potential cool-off. Now, obviously, we were looking at this as a key level of resistance on the live streams, understanding that these naked points of control are typically very, very strong, and when you come up and tap them, oftentimes you will get a reaction to the downside. I mean, depending on if you're, approaching it from above or below, but seeing that naked point of control up there not only helps us anticipate that price will eventually visit that level, because you want to remember, just in general, price likes to hunt out those high volume nodes, and oftentimes when you have a naked point of control, it was a high volume area at a particular point in the market, right? So it could not only give you a place to anticipate price to run up to, but But moreover that, you're basically looking for price to get a reaction off of this level. So that was one reason we were looking for that rejection at $35,995. Now, obviously, the Bitstamp chart, we actually front ran it by a couple bucks there. But then if you come on over to the, obviously, the leverage exchanges actually ripped all way over about $100 over 36K. So super, super nice. And this was the key level we were looking at on yesterday's live stream. It was also a short setup that we put in the premium Discord here. I'm not going to show all the information I was talking about, the confirmations, but this was a key level. You can see we had that weekly naked point of control here. And then obviously we were looking to come up into this level before looking for a reaction back to the downside. So unfortunately, guys, if you guys saw my market update earlier, I actually missed my entry on this trade, but shout out to the Mafia. We've had this set up in the Discord for quite some time as we were sitting on our hands waiting for price to get to those key levels as we do. Yo, shout out to Landon. Thank you for that super chat, bro. I appreciate you. He says, Frankie is the value area high. Thanks for the dope TA. Shout out to Landon. I appreciate that so much, man. And we got Cuz I Can Bump It in the chat. What is going on? Cuz I Can Bump It. I think we can bump it. Yo, shout out to Cuz I Can Bump It. Every time you come into chat, we rip this beat every single time you pop up. Shout out to Cuz I Can Bump It. Let's go. Yo, shout out to you, man. Long time no see. Good to see you in here. But again, we have that set up in the Discord. Shout out to anybody who caught it. I did not get filled on that, so unfortunately, I am waiting for a re-entry, which I will continuously. I did not FOMO in at the bottom, right? I want you guys to kind of take that away, right? I missed my entry, but I did not FOMO in down here and get wrecked, right? I am simply waiting for a retracement and a better opportunity to go short, and we could probably talk a little bit about that a little later on in the stream. But, obviously we had a lot of reasons why we were looking for a rejection here. Not only did you have the naked point of control, which literally was almost tapped to the dollar, but we talked about this on the previous live streams for the past couple of days, and really what it was not only did we have a 4-hour bearish divergence here with your higher highs on price action and your lower highs on your momentum waves, but you also had your higher time frames looking like they were going to print these bearish divergences. And I always say this, I really hope that people watch this show and they come back the next time and they see what we were looking at when it plays out and they go, oh, okay, I see what he did there. And then you can apply this to your own charts, right? And in that same regard, I hope you guys also see when we look at things and they don't play out, because one of the most important things that you have to understand about looking at the charts or trading or just technical analysis in general is that it is not going to play out in your favor 100% of the time, even if you're doing the TA perfectly. But as you can see here, that's why we were talking yesterday about not just shorting any bear div. You want to, you really want confluence of not only a bearish divergence, but also tapping a very key level that you have your eye on, as well as money flow coming out is another very good confluence, which we did have here on the 4-hour, and we talked about that in the market update earlier. So you have the bearish divergence on the 4-hour that was printing on top of your money flow coming out, and then we also had these higher time frame bear divs, such as the 12-hour and the 16-hour, printing those bearish divergences, and there you go, right? Like they are now printing, and they could indeed give us kind of that, not sentiment, but the hypothesis that this may be a good chance to look for a short position. Now, obviously, the best place to look for a short was up here, looking for the bear divs at that key level with other confirmations, money flow coming out, etc. But, these higher daily timeframes could be signaling that we are finally going to get a little bit of a cool off. And I want to talk about those key levels below us and some of the levels that I want to talk about the levels that if we hold, we can remain bullish and get to the higher prices that we've been looking at. But I also want to talk about those super key levels that we have to hold to remain bullish in general, right? Is this going to be a small cool off before another leg up, or are we going to get a significant pullback before we eventually come up and revisit higher prices? Now, I do want to cover this before we move on. I am definitely bullish in the long term, guys. At least as of right now, money flow on the weekly is continuing to the upside. This is a bullish puzzle piece, right? On the weekly now, we are starting to enter that overbought area on the weekly, right? Now, this doesn't mean that we're going to go to zero, right? Just because we're overbought on the weekly. Money flow crossing over into the green indicates that the trend will likely continue to the upside. And by trend, we mean the trend, not the ebbs and the flows, but the trend, right? You have the, grab the brush here. You have your low, your high, your higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And then depending on what exchange, slightly higher low, and then you get another higher high. And this money flow crossover is indicating that the long-term trend will continue to the upside, but it can result in us getting a significant pullback, right? And then honestly, this area down here at about 29K would be a level I'm keeping an eye on for many reasons that we'll talk about in just a second. But VWAP looking to cool off on the weekly here, so that is obviously going to give you an indication that you could come down a bit, or you may be able to get a little bit of a correction to come in. And then that 3-day and that 4-day are looking for red dots. But again, I really want to press home, guys. Money flow is what we're looking at to indicate the trend, and we are getting a crossover into the green. So again, these red dots would indicate a pullback to put in a higher low and then continuing to the upside. So let's go ahead and come down to the 2-day. Red dot confirmed. Money flow, kind of getting rejected at the zero line there, but once you print another green dot, that could easily cross over into the green. And then your daily red dot is also confirmed. VWAP kind of just hanging out down here with your money flow coming up. So overall, still pretty bullish, right? In the long term, but we could just see some short-term pullbacks in my opinion. So if we come up to the 4-hour, you can see your money flow is continuing to come out again, signifying a potential pullback. And we're going to take a look at those key levels. There's a lot of stuff down here, guys, that we may want to come down and tap. Shout out to Yulas says, which coin would you recommend for massive X's? That's a kind of a loaded question, Yulas. For me, listen, what I would recommend is, if you're looking, it depends on really what your plan for crypto is, right? Because for the most amount of X's, you want to go for the super low cap, super low cap coins. But you have to understand that comes with a whole lot of risk. When you're trading these low cap gems, oftentimes they're rug pulls, oftentimes they're scams, and you're going to lose your money, especially if they're meme coins. You're going to lose your money more often than not. So the way I kind of attack that, the simple answer is you want to look at the lower cap coins. You're not going to get massive multiples on Bitcoin. You will, right, over time, likely, over many, many, many years, right? Multiple cycles from now, I do believe Bitcoin is going to be worth way, way more than 35K. But if you want to get these big multiples in the next bull run, really, in my opinion, what you would have to do is go for the super low cap coins. But again, it comes with so much risk. So it really depends. Like if you have a lot of money, I would recommend putting a bulk of your money into the higher cap, trustworthy project, and then dropping your kind of degen gambling money into what I would do. Right? For example, if I had $1,000 to invest in degenerate projects, I'd probably put $100 in 10 different meme coins, and then chances are nine out of 10, if not all of them, will go to zero. But if 9 of them go to zero and then the other one gets 100x, right, usually that will make up for your gains, right? Make up for your losses plus some gain, right? So that's kind of what I would say. It's really hard. That's just how it works, right? There's no way I could recommend a project, but you have to understand that a project can have a really bad hack. A project can turn out to be a scam, right? So I could tell you a project because I think it's a low cap, a good coin, right? And then, this could be 100x in the next bull run, right? But it could die as well. So what I would rather give you is the information you need to know to find the low cap coins. So one of the tools I like to use is Token Metrics. They have done very good for me. It's one of the reasons why we were able to find Caspa so early. We put it in the dining room in our Discord. So if you're not in the dining room, I recommend getting in there. Maybe the mods can help people figure out how to get in there, but we put those low cap gems from Token Metrics in there. They're not guaranteed 100xers or anything like that. You have to do your own research. Obviously, it's not financial advice, but Token Metrics does us really good. We found Caspa real quick before we continue on Bitcoin. I'll just show you Caspa, guys. We were catching Caspa all the way down here in February. Where are we? Let me see. Caspa. Let's pull up the MEXC chart. Bada boom. Right. So. Caspa, we were looking at Caspa all the way back here, back in February, sub a penny. I think it was down on this dip we were looking at it, or maybe even earlier. Honestly, I don't even know. We caught Caspa super early, somewhere down here, but that was due to Token Metrics, right? And we give these altcoin gems in the dining room, but again, it's hard to give an exact project. But the lower the market cap, usually the easier it is to move that needle and give you those higher multiples. But it's really risky. So you just got to understand that. Hopefully, it helps you out. I could say XRP, right? But it's kind of a baseless assumption, right? And if you have other people out there, we were talking about this yesterday. If you're watching another creator, and I'm not throwing hate at anybody, but I'm just saying I don't understand how you can look at a project and be like, oh yeah, I'm bullish on this project. It's really solid tech. I think it's gonna do a 75x. What is that based off of? So when you're not looking at the charts, it's kind of hard for me to, again, when you're looking at the charts, you're assuming as well, but at least you could point to something oh, there's a Fibonacci level at this price, right? So at least it's not a completely empty assumption, just based off your emotion, you're feeling that it's a good project. You're actually looking at something on the chart. I don't know. Still an assumption to some degree. But there you go. Hopefully that helps you out, bro. I know you're probably hoping that I'm going to give you the guaranteed 100xer. Nobody knows what the guaranteed 100xers are. But it really is a gamble when you're messing around with coins with such a low market cap. So, but that's what you need to do. You gotta risk it for the biscuit if you want those massive gains. So it really just depends on. It really just depends on what your goal with crypto is, how much money you have to invest, and where you're looking to allocate the money. How risky do you want to be, right? Are you investing your whole life savings? And shout out to you, Loss, coming back at us saying, when you found new coin, will you make a video of it? Yeah, I mean, we do make videos. As the bull run starts to approach, we're going to start making more and more investigative videos looking into projects. But what I would say, Ulas, if you get in the Discord, let me just pull up my face cam real quick. I'll just tell you right now. Let me pull up. If you join the dining room, which if you signed up with any of our affiliate links, you can get into for free. Let me just pull it up before I share the screen again. I don't want to dox any of the premium Discord stuff. But let's see. Where are we? Bada boom. Okay. So if you come on over here to our to the free Discord, we have a section here. I don't know why that market cipher link pops up every time I change to the screen, but anyway, if you come to unlock access and you've signed up with any of our exchange affiliates, you can just click here and then it'll ask you to enter your user ID, and then you just paste your user ID here, hit submit, and then give the mods a few days to get you in, and you'll get access to we put premium. You get a little taste of what we put in the premium. You get about one post a week, where sometimes you get some setups. setups. And hey, actually, that short setup that we just looked at that naked point of control is in here. So you could have actually seen that if you were in the dining room. But again, we also have the altcoin gem channel where we do list kind of the coins that Token Metrics is looking at with their ratings. And I'll probably make a video on how I actually use Token Metrics to find these altcoins. Tony has been posting a bunch of them. But if we come back up all the way to where we were looking at Caspa, I can actually find out where we actually first talked about it. Let's see, Quenta. Let's see, seller. Where is it? Bada boom, bada boom. Let me find it because we found it super early, and I don't want to like say we found it earlier than we did. Like I want to make sure that we're accurate here. Plex seller. Where is it? What is this? No. Bada boom, bada bing. Thorchain, Ultra, Chromia, Polkadot. Where the heck is it? I don't know where it went. But it was in here somewhere. Yeah, hang on, guys. I got to find this because now I'm curious. I guess we could just look at it here, right? So I guess we found it all the way down here, which is really hard to read. I was trying to find the original post. But yeah, this was I believe sub a penny. Yeah, at around, if I had to kind of estimate, yeah, between 0.005 and 0.006, right? So you can check this out, and you can kind of get a sneak peek. Obviously, Token Metrics is paid, but we give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek here in the premium. So not the premium, I'm sorry, the dining room. This is free as long as you have one of our affiliates. But there you go. That's what I would recommend just to keep an eye. But understand any of these projects can go to zero. So just understand that. But continuing on here, guys, let's get back to Bitcoin. I want to get through some of this TA. But again, you know, just looking for a potential pullback. We could easily pull back more, especially with the 16 and 12-hour bearish divergences. And let's go ahead and take a look at some of the local support levels below. So number one, guys, what I would really be looking for here is, number one, your real key level of support right now, at least at this moment, is going to be our value area high of this previous range, right? We broke out. Oftentimes, what will happen before you continue to the upside is you will come down, test the POC of the previous range, or come down and test the previous value area high. Now, I don't know if I have hopes to just instantly take another leg up from this value area high, only because of the way money flow looks on these lower time frames. 2-hour money flow coming out, 3-hour money flow crossing into the red, 4-hour money flow also continuing to trend to the downside here, guys. This is not the best look when you want to get another fresh leg up. This doesn't look primed for another big leg up. On top of that, you have a lot of your higher daily time frames, such as your 3-day VWAP, looking for the red dots and also being in the overbought territory. Now, I want to be clear. Just because you're in an overbought territory, they are it doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to get a move down. You can remain overbought for a period of time, getting continued legs up. But with this VWAP coming down and the red dot looking to print very soon, this just simply does not look locked and loaded for another big leg up. It looks like it wants to cool off. And I'm just here to bring you the information on the charts. I'm not saying I want this to happen, but it is looking like that, especially with the 12 and 16-hour bearish divergences. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for the cool off. But talking about our key levels of support to the downside, guys, I will be watching, obviously, our value area low. Remember, if we do not hold this blue box, guys, actually, let me update this level really, really quick. Oh, no, this is... Let me just make sure this is still, this is still relevant. So we did come down, right? We got the full 786 retracement, and now we are getting a bounce from that area, right? But if we wind up coming back down, guys, and we lose this value area high, sitting at about $34,910, we could get stuck underneath here and get another ride to the POC. And again, I mean, you guys know this. If you lose this POC, we are likely to get a move down to the bottom of the range, getting closer to about 33,877. And then if we start losing these levels, we've been looking at these support levels for quite some time. Looking at the Golden Pocket 786 retracement, which is now actually, let me see, we got to adjust this slightly. So let me adjust this live and not adjusted this on the chart, on this chart yet. But there you go, right? So 786 actually did move up slightly as well as the Golden Pocket. So this Golden Pocket retracement is now in perfect confluence with the value area low. So this is going to be a big level to look at for support. But if you wind up losing these retracement levels, the Golden Pocket and 786, guys, really what I would prefer to see is a bigger correction, right? I would like to see a bigger move down to come fill these single prints. and then potentially get some bigger moves up off of this level. Now, it's not only that we have these single prints down here. I do believe we actually have a pretty important fib level here. Let me go up to a higher time frame so we can actually pull it. I believe, is it this fib? No, I believe it's more of a local level. Yeah, I think it's this level right here. So when you put, so you do have a local golden pocket from this impulse to the upside. If you pull from this low, this low to the high, I mean, even if you pulled it down to this wick low, you do have that confluence with your single prints and your golden pocket. So remember, with the single prints, guys, oftentimes, if we are able to make it down here, right? No guarantees, but if we are able to make it down here and we start hitting these single prints, if we are able to fill these quickly, you have to understand that the golden pocket is sitting there right below us, and this could be a significant area to start looking for some longs. So that's kind of the next key level. Like, I'm not really willing to look much lower than the 786 right here at this moment, right? I will look lower when it starts to look like we can come down a little bit more. But as of right now, I am not looking lower than this 786, right? And really what I would like to do is come down here, fill those single prints, get a nice bounce off that golden pocket for some nice potential scalp longs. And then if we wind up coming up higher, you can hold part of your position into, greater profits, right? But these are really, like, this is the next real key level locally that I'm looking at. And this is coming in bottom of the golden pocket at about 31,686. Now, this is not where the support stops, guys, because this is still pretty local. Now, not only do you have, actually, let me see if I move this. No, I don't want to move this. But not only do you have that 786, but obviously the macro value area high down here at about 29,640 is going to be another key level to be looking at, as we may come down to test that level as well. But now we're getting into macro levels, right? And I want to keep these separate. So locally, your key level of support, if you break out of the 786 at $33,293, you are going to be looking down between 32.5, right? That's kind of the key level. Like, are we on our way to 32.5 is the question. 32.5 all the way down to about 31,670. That's really the saucy level that I'm watching. And then understanding you have your 786 down here closer to about 30.7K. But if we pull back up these macro levels, guys, I want this to make sense to you guys, right? So let me go ahead and get rid of this. And let me go ahead and share our... must hold these levels, right? This is kind of the, oh God, we need to hold this level now or things can get super bearish, right? Now, I'm not saying we're going to get down here anytime soon. Clearly, we've had a strong move up, but you have to understand, right? If we pull up our VPVR, we do have a bit of a volume gap here, guys, right? So this is going to kind of bring in our macro key levels, right? And not only do we have this volume gap here, but really your master level, your extremely key, not local level, but key macro level, in my opinion, is going to be this range between 29,850 and 28,371. Now, this is the gold. Actually, we could pull this up a little bit as well. This level has shifted slightly. But it's essentially the same level, right? Very, very close. About 30,100 all the way down to this 786 coming in at 28.6K. And then obviously your macro value area low is also sitting here at about 28.8K. And the reason this is so key, guys, is because obviously... where are we? Let me turn this off. The reason this is so key is because this is the macro value area low, right? When you zoom out, this is the macro value area low of our area of balance that we're looking at, right? And we're so bullish because we're inside this volume profile. This is why I was calling for higher prices, or part of the reason why I was calling for higher prices before we got the pump, right? Because we knew we were knocking on the door of this value area low, which literally is the doorway to higher prices. And once you flip it to support, that's where you look for the move up to the POC and potentially the value area high. But if we come back down here, key level number one, the point of control, right? Now, I'm not really that concerned if we lose this, right? This is not like mega bearish, but, you know, even if we come down to 32.5, we're going to have to lose that POC. And remember, like, you get a big move up, oftentimes you will consolidate, and price does like to stick to these points of control, right? It likes to stick to these points of control. They act as a magnet, right? So we might just kind of ping-pong around here a little bit or get a little bit of a bigger correction, but really, I'm not getting worried until we get down to the macro value area low, because just like this this was the doorway to higher prices. 28.8K was the doorway to higher prices, and it indeed was, right? We don't just make this stuff up, guys. Like, there's a reason why we call these the doorway to higher prices. It's not just like some random level I look at and I'm like, I feel good if we break this level. Like, that's not how it works. There's a reason why we look at these as doorway to higher prices. And what happened? We broke through, shot right to the POC. And if same deal, if we come back down and you start losing that 28.6K level, you may be able to get a bigger move down to the bottom of our previous range, which is sitting right down here at about 25.5K. And we also have some pretty key levels down here that may want to get tapped as well. So just keep that in mind. These are the macro levels that if we want to remain bullish in the long term, we have to hold these levels. We cannot lose them. And then also, obviously, inside this box, you also have that value area high that we mentioned on the other chart, right? So this is like a big zone of support. So if we come back down to the value area low, I'd actually still be looking for longs. It's not until we lose it that I'm going to be looking for lower prices. So those are the key levels, guys. Other than that, we have plenty of room. And again, I want to press home, guys. Like, look at that volume gap. Now, if I incorporate some more price action in here, it will not even really. Like, this is a very, very big volume gap. And I really want you guys to take this, take this, write it down, or just take it and apply it to your analysis, guys. When you get quick moves down, oftentimes you will get quick moves up, right? Quick move down, quick move up, right? And same thing right here. Quick move down, quick move up, right? And it has a lot to do with these volume gaps. And so if we do start losing this POC, you may be able to get a revisit of that key golden pocket right here in almost perfect confluence with your shelf of volume right here. So just keep that in mind. When you're looking at the volume profile like this, you guys can literally think of this as a floor. Like, if price were to reverse down and come down, this volume is just simply going to act as a floor, right? You're going to bounce off that big floor of volume. So that is part of, and then when you have the golden pocket in perfect confluence, and then the value area high of the previous range is also in there, and then the 786 is in confluence with the macro value area high. This is indeed a very, very key level to watch. So there you go. Those are the key macro levels. But, really what we're looking at for more upside, and I'm going to talk about the next targets if we do get another move up at some point, which, again, I do think that there's a cool-off coming, but it does not mean that we're just going to go to zero, right? It would be a local pullback before putting in a higher low and then continuing to the upside. Now, where are those next targets? If Bitcoin decides to fire up one more time, whether it's before we get a cool-off or after a cool-off, where's the next target likely going to be? Well, you guys know this because we've talked about it many times, right? Our next target was the naked point of control here, this weekly naked point of control at 35,995. We've obviously come up, tapped that, and rejected as we expected. But if we continue on, you can see we have this range right here, which comes from, right? I don't just want to give you guys the levels, then you can't find them on your own. This is coming in because of this area of consolidation we have back here. You have a value area low and a POC pretty close to each other, right? And on top of that, this point of control is a naked monthly point of control. So just like we were looking up towards that 36K level for a potential short opportunity, we are also going to be looking up towards this monthly point of control, which honestly may even hold more weight than this point of control, right? Because it's a monthly naked point of control. So if we get another move up, I do think it's probably more likely to consolidate or correct first. But once you get that next leg up, we are going to be looking at that naked point of control coming in at 38,998, or simply put, just like 39K, right? And then very slightly above you there is that $40,000 key level that you see on all the thumbnails, and everybody's calling for 40K. You do have that psychological level sitting right up there at 40K as well. So maybe you come up, you start testing this level a little bit, you get some kind of a wick up, and then you wind up projecting 40K potentially. But this naked point of control and 40K are, and honestly, all the way down to this value area low and POC, this whole purple box and 40K is going to be very strong resistance. And not only that, but our next target to the upside. And once you flip the bottom of this purple, really, once you flip this POC to support is really what will open up the door to potentially get even higher, potentially getting up to about 44K. But there is some resistance up here, right? Like I'll even put this as a level. Like these are significant levels, right? We're probably going to get some resistance here, but then maybe we break above the POC and then flip it to support and then get another leg up. Very hard to call exactly what the price action will look like, but this could be what we're in store for after we wind up getting a cool-off, if we wind up getting a cool-off. And then obviously, guys, above that, we are going to be dealing with some really high targets. Now, I want to be very clear. I am not calling for this. Tyler Durden, I got you, bro. I'm not calling for this to come in anytime soon, but really, when you get all the noise off the charts here, guys, and you turn off the macro, no, we're going to keep the macro, take off the next targets, right? And then, all the noise, right? Get rid of all the noise on the chart. Simply put, guys, we were in an area of balance, lost it, attempted to get back above it, couldn't hold, and then finally we broke in and got accepted, and now we are simply trading in this volume profile. And when you get from the value area low to the POC, what do you look for next? Potential rejection, a little bit of noise in the market, and then eventually when you flip that POC, you're going to be looking up to make a move, a journey, right? I want to call it a journey. You're looking to start your journey to the value area high, coming in between about 48 and 50K. Now, again, we just talked about those kind of middle levels within here, so you're going to get a lot of noise on the way up there, but that would be the end target. And not only is your value area high up there, but you also have your macro golden pocket. So if I go right there, right, macro golden pocket from the top of the bull market to the bottom of the bear market, that golden pocket is sitting right here at 48,934. And then really between 48 and 50K, essentially. 786 getting closer to about 57K. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to get back up there, right? We can get a big correction all the way back down to the bottom of this range for all we know. But that would really be the next targets to the upside. But again, you got to get past the POC. You got to get past these next targets over here and this value area high up here. So before you can make a run for that value area high. But really in the long term, that is going to be what we're looking at, as we are, regardless of the bing bong and around that we're going to get, we are looking up towards that golden pocket. So there you go. That is what we're looking at for Bitcoin, guys. And again, coming down to some of the lower time frames, we got the initial move down. We got support on the macro golden pocket, getting a little bit of a retracement back to the upside. 2-hour green dot potentially looking to print. So I'm hopeful, right? I'm hoping we can get a little bit more of a retracement to the upside so I can re-enter a short and then get the bigger move down. But other than that, guys, in the medium term, over the next few days, I think we could wind up trending a little bit more down. So that's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. And not only what I'm looking at, but also the local key levels and the macro key levels. The local key levels are, if you lose the local levels, you're not really freaking out that much, right? But if we start losing those macro levels, right? We start losing this macro value area low down here. That's where things start to get a little bit alarming. But as far as the money flow on the higher time frames, guys, things still look bullish to me. It's just this is like one of the hardest parts of my job, guys. It's listen, I'm definitely bullish on Bitcoin, but I have to be careful saying that, right? Because people who are new, I don't want people who are new thinking that I'm bullish on Bitcoin, so it means we're just going to come up from here. And I know a lot of the mafia is a little more experienced and they understand that, but I have to also realize that there's a lot of beginners watching too, right? So by being bullish in the long term, let me just spit this this little market cipher tutorial really, really quickly so the new people can understand. The reason I am bullish for higher prices, regardless of the levels and all the other stuff, just on market cipher, is the money flow crossover, this green wave or blue wave crossing up above this zero line right here. This indicates that the long-term trend will continue up, right? And if it crosses down, it could indicate that the downtrend is likely to continue. Now, the green and red dots, red dot, green dot, green dot. These green and red dots indicate the noise in the market, right? When you get a green dot, you go up. When you get a red dot, you go down. When you get a green dot, you go up. When you get a red dot, you go down. When you get a green dot, you go up, red dot down, green dot up, right? But this money flow crossover indicates the longer term trend, right? So these money flow crossovers are not to be ignored. This is what was letting us know that if we get a bounce here, we could see a trend back to the upside. So by bullish in the long term, I mean that the trend will continue up. So, but if we wake up tomorrow, or even if we pump a little more and they wake up the next day and we start pulling back, I don't want people thinking like, oh my God, he's bullish. Why are we crashing? Like, this is baked into my analysis, right? We are expecting the trend to ebb and flow, but the money flow crossover indicates that we may be on an upward trajectory, right? But if you get a big dump, like if this starts dumping tomorrow, guys, the bears are going to come back out. 777 people in here, guys. That is a holy number right there. Let's go. Shout out to the 777 people tuned in right now. That quickly changed to 784. Smash that like button if you guys like the content, or if you were here when we were calling for that $35,998 level that we tapped almost perfectly last night. And just slap it if you like puppies and babies. But let's go ahead and continue on. But again, we are expecting a potential pullback. And if we get a pullback to like even some of the conservative levels, if we pull back to, say, 32.5, right? Like people are going to start calling for 10K. Imagine if we came down to the value area low. If we came down here, I'm still bullish. Right? I am simply still bullish if we come down here. But everybody and their grandma is going to be calling for 10K. Told you, suckers rally, and then they're going to be like waiting for 8K again, and then we're probably going to take off again. Not guaranteed, but there you go, right? Bullish in the long term, looking for a short-term pullback based off of everything we just talked about, especially those 16-hour bear div printing. So there we go. I actually may even want to ladder into a short position from here, and then as we continue to push up, even if we keep retracing up, I may just add to the position. But let's go ahead and continue on, guys. That's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. Now let's get to the fun stuff. Let's start talking about those altcoins. Go ahead and spam your favorite altcoins in the chat if you want me to take a look at them. Sorry, guys. I chugged a black coffee before I got up here. And now I got, I don't know. I'm like burping. I don't know. I got like indigestion. I got agita. What is agita, guys? What is? Does anybody know what agita is? It's like a heartburn, I think. I don't know. You always hear like your Italian uncle. Oh, I got agita. I got agita. Maron. But anyway, let's go ahead and spam those altcoins, guys. Let me know what you want me to take a look at. And shout out to Emax. Let's go. Thank you so much for that super chat, man. He says, oh, wait, hang on. Emax, they just spammed your super chat off the screen. Let me go grab it real quick. He says, Frankie, when you wake up in the morning, always call yourself the GOAT because you, I assume that was supposed to say because you are maybe. Hey, shout out to Emax. I really appreciate you, bro. Thank you for saying that, man. Thank you for saying that. Not everybody thinks that, apparently, but I appreciate you for saying that, man. Thank you so much, and thank you for the super chat. You're the man, and yeah, I hope you're doing good, dude. Good to see you in here. Let's go. Shout out to Emax. Show Emax some love in the chat, guys. Let's get it. Let's see. Shout out to Dave Hagen. Says, I've turned off the red and green dots on Market Cipher B. It's less in your face. Dave, I actually don't hate that. I turn a lot of stuff off on Market Cipher B as well, not because it's not useful or anything, but just because everybody has a different preference. I like to look at a very, very clean chart, right? Like that's why I have my indicator templates. Now, guys, I know a lot of people hate on indicators, but indicators are only bad if you use them in the wrong way. If you're using an indicator as a buy or a sell signal, that is the wrong way to use them. That's when people talk trash about indicators. That's what they mean, right? Like nothing's going to tell you when to buy or sell. Trust me, everybody and their grandma, because I thought the same thing when I started trading a while back, right? I thought, oh, I'll just buy the green dots and then I'll sell the red dots. And granted, like you could come up with some kind of strategy there, but you cannot just buy and sell green dots and red dots. It's likely not going to work out. You're going to wind up losing money over time. So you want to incorporate more analysis into your TA, more analysis into your analysis. But I like to look at a clean chart, right? So that's why I have templates for my indicators because I look at a lot of stuff, right? I look at Market Cipher B. I look at Lux Algo. And not only do I look at Lux Algo, I look at all different things on Lux Algo, right? I'll look at the oscillator matrix. I'll look at my kind of custom setup here with the smart trail and the market structure labeling with the candle colors. I also have a secret indicator that I may or may not be associated with that I'm using somebody just did something outside real loud. That sounded like you know what shot. But anyway, candle color. I have my custom Lux Algo setup, and then I also have, I have a lot, right? I have a volume setup. I'm going to turn off the TA so you guys can kind of take a look at this. Maybe I'll break down some indicators for the Sunday sauce. I'm not sure. But I have this volume indicator template, right, where I have my VPVR, right? I have the VWAP. I have previous day value areas pop up here. So, and when I want to look at naked points of control, I go to my Lux Algo setup and I take a look at the naked points of control. As soon as, there we go. And then I can find the naked points of control. This is how we found that naked point of control that we just rejected on Bitcoin. This is, guys, like low key, I don't know if a lot of people out there talk about these or showing people how to actually use these for free, right? A lot of people charge for this. But this is how I was able to find that level on Bitcoin that we rejected almost perfectly up here. But this is a monthly point of control. So it wasn't using, you have to change some things around. But this is how we find them, right? So if we come all the way back down here to 30,600, there's a naked point of control down here. That's going to be a key level to look at. And then when I want, I could turn off all my indicators and I could just look at the price action, right? So I like to look at a clean chart. Everybody's a little bit different, but there you go. And again, like my market cipher B, I have the RSI off. I don't really look at it that much. So it's all about customizing it to what works for you. You can't just copy somebody else. You can, but you'll eventually find out like, Frankie Candles like really likes looking at this specific thing, but I don't know. I'm finding like I don't really need to look at it that much. Take it off your chart. Just because I use it does not mean that you have to. It doesn't make you wrong. I mean, I guess there's situations where you could be wrong, but for the most part, like shout out to who said it, Dave. Like you don't look at red and green dots. I'm not saying you feel like this, but some people might feel like I can't turn the red or green dots off because Frankie Candles looks at those and I don't want to do, people just try to copy you. But I'm sure it's working out great for you, Dave, right? So you gotta do things the way you want. So shout out to Dave. Thank you for saying that, bro. But let's go ahead and continue on. We got a whole lot of altcoins in here and a whole lot of super chats. Shout out to Creighton C. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you so much. He said, slap it if you like puppies and babies. Phrasing. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank you for that, bro. Shout out to Creighton, bro. Dude, you guys crack me up. I can't believe Dave Digital called me the one, or the, what do you say? The man, the sniff, the legend, bro. You are funny, man. But shout out to Mbatter Virus says, yo, Frankie, you are amazing. Can you please check ARB? Thank you for calling me amazing. And yes, I will take a look at ARB. I will write it down right here in my my secret notebook, guys. This is where I keep all the secrets, guys. This is all the low cap gems, all those 100Xers. It's all in this secret, this little secret book. And also, it's where we write down the giveaways. Mrs. Candles write down the giveaways in there. I'm just kidding. There's nothing secret in here. But anyway, got it written down, bro. Shout out to Mbatter Virus. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. We're going to start taking a look at these altcoins in a second. Out to Crypto Pollo. From one goat to a chicken. Shout out to you, bro. Good to see you in here. And shout out. Sorry. That was supposed to be. Shout out to Hannah King. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says Frankie is the goat, but I am the princess. Now, who has more power in any situation? I mean, goats are pretty strong. Goats will headbutt, Hannah. You got to watch the goats. They will run right into your thigh. They were trying to attack me at the county fair when me and Mrs. Candles were out there hanging out with the goats. But shout out to Hannah King. Do not mess with Hannah King, our female. I always say female. Why do I say that? It's because of Jessica, our female CandleMafia representative. Shout out to Hannah King, the CandleMafia princess. Thank you for the super chat. We love you. Thank you for the support. Let's see. That's funny, man. Goats are pretty crazy, though. Shout out to Caffeinated Crypto. Thank you for the $20 super chat. They say, so when you close your eyes, do you just see charts and TA? Bing bong. Shout out to Caffeinated Crypto. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, wow. That kind of hit me in the feels a little bit. Yes, I shut my eyes and I see TA and charts. That is definitely a fact. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and like I have like fever dreams almost about like what the chart is doing. I'm like, oh my god, it's pumping. I got to get up, and then I look at the clock and it's like 3:30 in the morning, and I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, sometimes looking at the charts for too long can mess with your mental health. Not your mental health, but it'll mess with your dreams a little bit. But shout out to John Vucci. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for that super chat. Said I caught that SFP setup. I'm a new Discord member. Thanks again. Shout out to John Vucci. Bing bong. Let's go, bro. Well, welcome on into the kitchen, or the premium Discord, as they like to call it. But shout out to you, bro. It's all about having those key levels, setting your trap, and waiting for price to approach. And then not just pulling the trigger, but pulling the trigger when you get those confirmations. And speaking of confirmations, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the altcoins. Shout out to everybody watching right now. Smash that like button. We got 200 and something likes in here. Almost 800 people. Guys, I don't care if you kiss it, lick it, touch it with your butt, knee it, headbutt it. I don't care. Creepily fondle it. Be weird with the like button. Just make sure if you click it an odd amount of times. Shout out to the Mafia. How much is your premium Discord? Well, if you go to frankiecandlestrading.com, it's like, go to frankiecandlestrading.com and find out. I'm just kidding. I just do this because sometimes we do like discounts and stuff. But $36 a month. It's actually one of the cheaper ones out there. And I will say this. This is not a marketing scheme. we are going to raise it soon. I don't know how soon. It might be a month. It might be 3 months, 2 months. I don't know. But we are going to change it because we are going to revamp a lot of stuff, and we're going to add some value, change some things up. And we really wanted to offer $36 a month as like an introductory price as we just started getting the premium going. But we will raise this at some point. Don't freak out. It's not going to be tomorrow or like a week from now. But like in the near future, we will be raising this price. But it's $36 a month, and you get daily trade setups as long as they're there. Sometimes the market's boring. We don't guarantee a setup every single day because sometimes if the trade's not there, we're not going to tell you that it's there, right? It would just make people lose money. But we give basically multiple daily trade setups, exclusive TA, altcoin TA posts, Q&A live streams. You do 2 premium live streams a week, and just all this stuff. You can come down here and read it, and you can also get access to it from the website, as well as all of our affiliate links or whatever else you want to check out here. If you don't know how to get to my YouTube channel, you can check it out on the website, frankiecandlestrading.com. But let's go ahead and check out Ethereum, guys, because Ethereum hold up, guys. By the way, we got into... My degenerate short on Ethereum last night, was it yesterday? I think we got into it during the FOMC stream yesterday afternoon. We actually got into that trade at about, during the afternoon at the FOMC meeting, looking for that short. We were down about 20%. Didn't get stopped out, but we are now up 18%. So let's get it right there. You guys probably aren't going to be able to see this. I can't even see it. But there you go. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't want to dox myself here. I get freaked out showing my phone. Yeah, I think that's good. But there you go. We are in that short. We don't just say it. We actually trade it. But there you go. That yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That thing, I wasn't watching it the whole time. That thing must have gotten so close to getting stopped out because it was pretty down. But anyway, we're back in the green here, so we're up massively on the long, up on the short, up on both longs actually. So we're doing pretty well in the premium Discord. But anyway, continuing on here with Ethereum, guys. I mean, come on, you can't make this up, guys. Ethereum getting a rejection from the point of control of the range. To be expected, guys. But, again, like I've been looking at Ethereum bouncing between the value area low and the POC of this range, right? This is the more macro range, similar to how Bitcoin has traveled up into a previous value area. We had the same thing happen with Ethereum, right? We tapped on the value area low, flipped it to support, got the move up to the POC, and now we are simply bing-bonging around on that POC. Now, with that being said, guys, we do also have a local range we can pull, right? So if you wanted to look at this as an actual volume profile, a full range, right, you could pull the local profile, and I would actually move this right. Come on, right there. So now you can look at this as, you might have been looking at this like this is why the volume profiles are so helpful, guys. Like, I don't know how people don't use the volume profile. Like, you might be looking here, know you have a value area or level of support here, level of resistance here, but you might be thinking to yourself, like, what are we bouncing on right here? Well, again, if you pull that range, boom, you're hitting off the value area low of the range. And, we are seeing a little bit of support here, rejecting the POC locally. But, because we're already sitting between the POC and the value area low, I would rather just look at, come on. Go away. Why won't this delete? Okay, there we go. I would just look at these levels, right? So, key level of support on Ethereum remains the same. Previous value area low coming in at 1761. It's not until we lose this level that I would be looking for more, much lower prices on Ethereum, potentially giving you a move. If you do lose this value area low, getting a move down to your previous value area high at 1661. So that's kind of what I would look at to the downside. But if you come back down to the value area low, simply put, we are in this value area, guys. We are now in this profile. So, if you get a move down to the value area low and you're able to get bullish confirmations down here, that is where you're looking to ride it back up to the POC and potentially the value area high, coming in at 1930. But I'm going to be simply sticking to the plan on Ethereum, guys. Like, until we break the low, not looking lower. Until we break the high, not looking higher. We are simply ranging in a profile. And this is how these give you context into what price is likely going to do. So there you go. But other than that, coming up to the daily, VWAP getting rejected at the zero line. Fresh money flow crossover, but very similar to everything else, guys. Like, money flow is looking good, trending to the upside. 3-day money flow, trending to the upside. This is, bullet crossover into the green on the daily. This is indicating the price will likely continue up. However, the VWAPs on the 2-day, right, looking for the red dot, almost overbought here. 3-day VWAP coming down as well, so you got to watch this for a potential cool-off. And then taking a look at your 4-hour, very similar to Bitcoin, you have your higher highs on price action into a key level of resistance, which is your POC of the range, with your lower highs on your momentum waves, and your money flow also rolling to the downside. So there you go. And obviously, you could have been looking at that for a potential short, but actually, I don't remember exactly the context of the short that we were looking at. I was looking for a little tiny scalp, but now I'm in profit enough to kind of hold it, potentially looking at the value area low. But again, right, bearish divergence on the 4-hour, money flow coming out. We could see a continued pullback, pulling up our VPVR. Something to understand, guys. We talked about this. You also, I mean, it's not as aggressive, right? It's not as aggressive as the volume gap on Bitcoin, but we do have a pretty good fall off in volume here, right? High volume node, somewhat of a volume fall off here. This is, if we lose this value area low, we may be able to get a pretty quick move to the downside. So that's kind of what I would be looking at. And remember, again, like if you're questioning whether a volume gap is going to be valid or not, what I like to look at is, has it performed in the past? And in this case, between these two value areas, this gap has played out many times, right? Big move to the downside. You crack this value area high, quick move up. And then you got another quick move down, right? Break the value area high, quick move up. Break the value area high, quick move up. So it's very clear that between the value area low at 1762 and the value area high at about 1664, there is not a lot of volume. So if we lose this value area low, it is like, what is likely to happen? Exactly. Shout out to Dave Digital. Exactly. Quick move, probably down to that value area low. And that's what I'm going to be looking for, right? If we break that level of support. But other than that, looking similar to Bitcoin, I would expect a potential continued cool off here. But short term, you may be able to kind of bing bong around, maybe get another retracement to the POC, because your 4-hour VWAP's coming up, 3-hour VWAP coming up. All these lower time frames are looking for potential bounces, but money flow on the medium time frames is calling for a little bit more of a cool off. So there is Ethereum. There we go. Just simply playing the ranges here, guys. Where'd chat go? Chat disappeared. Hold up. Chat? Dad? Where did chat go? Am I still live? Am I just talking to myself? This is embarrassing, guys. Oh, there it is. Oh, my God. This is why Tony D tells me not to have 175 Chrome tabs open. It's because I lose chat. Too funny. Oh, wait. Hang on. Hold on. Shout out to Everybody Smile. Yo, hold up. Everybody Smile. Are you in the chat? Tyler, I saw your, yes. Everybody Smile. Pop up in the chat. If you are here, show yourself with some kind of emoji so I know. We're here. Can you hear me? Yes, I see you guys. We are still live. There. Puppies are taken care of. Shout out to Crimson Caravan Company. I appreciate you, bro. 175 tabs again. Too funny. Where's Everybody Smile? You in here? Hit me with some emojis. I heard it's your birthday, bro. Well, Everybody Smile. If you're not watching this, somebody get him this clip. Shout out to Everybody Smile. We're hitting the jackpot for you. Happy birthday, Everybody Smile. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody Smile. Happy birthday, bro. I hope you had an awesome day, man. Congratulations on turning whatever age you are. Thank you for being such a big part of the community, man. I really appreciate you so much. And happy birthday, bro. Hope you, I wish I knew you. Like, I wish I knew you in real life so I can come give you a birthday gift. But shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. But let's go ahead and move on to our next altcoins here. And I believe Tyler, there we go. I got it, brother. Pinned. It is pinned. Shout out to Lloyd. He said, oh, man, I lost it. But shout out to Lloyd. He said that, Frankie, you changed my life. I had $150 left, I guess to his name, I think he said. And he flipped it into $450 with the stuff that he was learning on the live stream. I don't even think he was in the premium Discord. Just learning from the live stream like Jordy off this free information, making money. I absolutely love it. But shout out to Lloyd. But let's go ahead and check out... I was just about to say, why is there so many altcoins? There's no way we're getting through all these. But it says, Tony D. Shout out to Tony D. Too funny, man. All right, let's continue on. Take a look at DYDX. Let's get it. I was like, 40 altcoins? Really? Guy's trying to kill me tonight. But let's go ahead and take a look here. Take a look at the daily. Bada boom. DYDX. All right, nice. DYDX has got, just kind of ranging around here. Let me just get rid of, hide this. Shout out to French Toaster. Hey, shout out to Hannah King. Said everybody's smile is 38. Shout out to everybody's smile. You don't look a day over 20, bro. Shout out to you, man. Looking awesome. Looking fit, bro. You're looking fit. I know you work out. Shout out to everybody's smile. Wish him a happy birthday in the chat. D.O. Tyler Durden said dealer's choice. That is true. That is true, bro. You could quite literally rig all the giveaways to go to you. Dealer's choice. You're funny, Tyler. Let's go. Shout out to Tyler Durden. That is many an altcoin. Shout out to chemistry, bro. All right, let's continue on here. Cluck, cluck, and happy birthday. Let's go. All right, let's continue on here. Looking at DYDX, guys, I'm going to actually just pull this whole range here, right? Just kind of bing-bonging around here, ranging around in its bear market. And we have moved above from the value area low to the POC. And remember, I just told you guys, right? When you go to the POC, oftentimes you can cling to this level, right? Like a magnet. But once you get above it, you're likely to visit your value area high. Now, the one thing I would be careful of here is we actually did not test the actual value area high. And oftentimes, even if it's messy, we could come back down, test the POC, but we tap the value area low right to the POC. Once you get above that POC, we could still wind up getting a move up to this value area high, which is sitting at about $2.65. That is your key level of resistance. So you cannot, that's really what's going to open up the door to higher prices for you on DYDX. Let me try and find some higher levels, right? If we pull back up the VPVR, you can see once you really start cracking out of this shelf of volume, right? I don't just want to show you guys the level and not show you where it's coming from. It's coming from that shelf in volume, right? This little ledge right here. If you were to fall, you'd probably bounce off that, right? I didn't touch it all the way. Boom. Nope, come on. Boom. You'd probably bounce right off that shelf, right? So if you could crack that level of resistance, you may be able to fly through this little volume gap up to about $4.58. And that would probably be like the next major area I would look at for a rejection. And I wonder if we pull some fibs here, if we can get some confluence on that golden pocket. Bear with me while I try to, let me come up to a higher time frame. All right, let me pull a weekly fib here. Bada boom. Let's go from this swing to this swing. Yeah, and you do have a macro golden pocket retracement there. So I'm actually going to make this a purple box. This is kind of the major level. This is kind of the next major target as well as the next major resistance for DYDX if you break out of this value area high. First stop is likely going to be this level here at $3.58. If you get above that, probably going to be a quick move into this purple box. But again, in order to break out, you got to get over this value area high. The good thing is you're actually over, already over the POC of the entire range of price action, right? The macro POC, you're already getting above this. So this is bullish. As long as you can crack above that value area high, I would be looking up at these higher targets. Now, that doesn't mean we're ready to shoot up there right now, guys, right? VWAP on the 5-day, the 4-day, and the 3-day, as well as the 2-day. 2-day red dot, the 3, 4, 5, and 6-day are following suit. So you may be able to continue to cool off here with DYDX. But at least you have the context of the range here. On top of that, taking a look at your daily money flow crossover into the green, very similar to a lot of the alts. So you could continue up here based off money flow. But again, let's see the 16-hour. Do we have the bear divs at all? No, you already had your bear div. Money flow coming out. Checking the 4-hour, money flow coming out. Yeah, so I would look for continued consolidation or a pullback, same as everything else, but eventually looking for that push up. Maybe, once those higher daily time frames start to roll back around, right? So once this... once like the 5-day, the 3-day, the 2-day start to roll back over and give you green dots, that's likely where you'll get the next chance to break out of this value area high. Honestly, the first thing you can look at is the daily. Once you get that next daily green dot, that's probably where you're going to make the first attempt to get out of this value area and shoot above the high, and then that opens up the door to get to your next level at $3.59. I'm sorry. So there you go. That's what I'd be looking at on DYDX. A lot of these altcoins look very similar. Shout out to Wolf of Crypto. Say good night, guys. I got to go. See you all tomorrow, Mafia. Shout out to Wolf of Crypto. We will see you next time, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Tyler Durden, I almost said Tyler D. Tyler Durden said, 1,000 likes and we doxed Tony's OnlyFans account. Shout out. It's actually expensive, guys. I don't even belong to it. It's too expensive. He charges a lot. But let's see. Creighton C says macro POC, the Big Mac, the Mighty Mac, the POC of POCs. Let's go. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. But let's go ahead and continue on here, taking a look at the altcoin, guys. Next is going to be Mask. We have not looked at Mask in quite some time. Let's go ahead and take a look at Binance Tether US. So here we are, right? Likely bounced off the value area low. Take a look at the 2-day. Did you have? Yeah, you. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Likely bounced here off that value area low, but let's go ahead and check it. And there it is, right off that value area low. But we are now over the POC. Next target, simply put, guys, I will give you the macro targets and the local targets, right? So macro, or kind of more in the medium term, I would be looking at this value area high, right? POC 786, value area high, gonna be a key level. Right here. Bada boom, right? So that's going to be a key level of resistance if we can make it up there. However, you actually are probably going to hit a lot of turbulence once you're actually hitting a key level right now. So let me pull that, right? So key level, going to be right here, right? Come on. There we go. Okay. So we are, we're playing around with this previous POC, right? So I'll go down to the lower time frames to kind of look at this level. But just in general, right, you did bounce off your, wow, man, this thing got a big move up in last October. Just boom, never came back down. But we are within this volume profile. Next major target's going to be about $4.10. If you can get above there, I would be looking up closer to about $5.32. However, we are hitting some pretty interesting levels right now. So let's take a look at that, right? We have this previous point of control sitting right here. Right, we'll change this to neutral because it's just a value area, and I will pull this down slightly, and then boom, right? So POC, we will mark this out. Bada boom, previous POC. We'll go previous value area low, and then we'll do previous value area high. Boom, right? So these are, this is the context locally, right? Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Actually, let's take a look at the 1 hour, right? So now we know we have another area of balance here, right? And we've gotten above the value area. I wish I can, this moves around when you change time frames. But anyway, once you flip that value area low to support, you get the move to the POC. If we hold this POC at $3.49, $3.50, it will likely open the door to get a move up to the value area high at $3.78. But the reason I show you this level is because although we just looked at the higher time frame saying the next real target's up here, likely in the short term, you're probably going to get some resistance around here, right? Like if you get the move up, a little bing, bong, bing, you might get a little move up here, right, to the value area high, and this is probably where you're going to get that resistance, and you might even be able to get a big correction before you get that next leg up into the macro target. So not only are we giving you the macro targets, we'll give you the local targets on all the altcoins, but other than that, guys, just in general, taking a look at the daily, money flow crossover into the green, daily green dot printing as we speak, money flow flinging to the, just flying to the upside there, not looking too bad. Looking very similar to the other altcoins. Trend to the upside is likely to continue, but again, locally, you're getting a pretty nasty bearish divergence into that previous POC. Right, so there is a chance that we could get a little bit of a cool-off because that red dot is looking to print. So we may get a little bit of a cool-off. Key level of support you would want to hold if you get that cool-off is going to be the value area low at $3.38. So there you go, guys. Shout out to you guys. That is quick and dirty on I keep saying DYDX on Mask. I'm sorry. All right, let's see. Shout out to Wick said if you don't like Frankie, make sure you hit the dislike button. Since you're outnumbered, hit it twice. Let's go. Shout out. Shout out to Wick 589. I know there's some people out there, guys, that claim to not like me, but that's okay. I'm not going to give it much attention because it's baseless. And I'm up here doing my thing every single day with a smile on my face. So I'm really going to leave it at that. But yeah, I'm just trying to have a good time and enjoy my life. Nice background. Yo, shout out to Brownie. Brody. Shout out to you. I can't really see your name. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but thank you. It's been quite a while. I should probably take these Halloween decorations down, but low-key, it looks fire. I kind of want to add to our set so it's more... There's more going on. This looks fire. I don't know what else we're going to do. Maybe we'll upgrade it. I don't know. We'll have to see. But let's see. New trader feeling lost. Hey, who is this? Wild Tree Man. Bro, you're in the right place. I will help you for free right here on the live stream. Ask your questions. I won't see all your chats, but I will answer as many of your questions as long as anytime I see your question, I will always try to answer them. You're in the right place, bro. The Mafia is super helpful. Hit the free Discord. That's the biggest thing I can give you, right? Now, I'm not pushing my premium Discord. I actually recommend you don't join the premium if you're a super, super beginner. I don't recommend it because there's a lot of stuff that's going to go over your head. I recommend you get in the free Discord. Get in the free Discord. Talk to the other traders. There's other people out here that are ahead of you in their journey in trading. They can help you avoid a lot of the mistakes that you're likely to make. And it would have exponentially moved my trading career ahead way faster if I had joined more Discords or more communities where I could just ask people questions. But I didn't do that. I just studied by myself and would just try to figure things out myself. But if I can go back, I wish I joined more Discord. So get in the free Discord. It costs absolutely nothing. And that's probably going to expedite your learning process many hours, I guess. I don't know, many something. But also tune into the live streams, bro. Also, check out all the content on the channel. My channel is essentially a free trading course. You can literally go through all the tutorials and you will learn from knowing nothing to literally, I don't want to say, being an expert comes with time, but you will go from knowing nothing about the charts, from understanding how to read the charts, how to analyze them, and we have trading strategies, we have everything. It is literally a free trading course. So definitely, before you pay for anything, even if it's my stuff, before you pay for anything, study the YouTube channel. But yeah, shout out to you, man. Welcome in. Let's see. Shout out to Dave. I always say Dave Digital. Shout out to Digital Pencil. He says, I am also new. We can learn together at Wild Tree Man. Let's go. And guys, don't be afraid to ask questions in here. Shout out to Digital Pencil. I love you, bro. But let's continue on here. But that's Mask. That's what we're looking at on Mask. Let's move on to the next altcoin. Let's see. Shout out to Vic, says, maybe Mrs. Candles is swinging on a hammock, sipping pina coladas in the background. That'd be lit. I would love to have Mrs. Candles on the show. She will never show her face. She is not a celeb. We're both. It's pretty funny that I do this for a living, guys, because I am not. I don't know if you guys probably couldn't tell this, but I am not a social media person. I have not used social media, really, like Facebook or like, I don't know, no one uses Facebook anymore. But I stopped using social media and like posting my personal life on social media for the most part. Like when Facebook was still a thing, when I was in like high school. It's just not my thing. I don't know. I'm like a tight knit. Like I like a tight group, right? Like which is weird because I literally do social media for a living now, kind of in a weird way. And I'm friends with tons of people across the world that I've never met in real life, which is wild to me. And I love it, which is also crazy because I hate social media. It's very strange. But yeah, Mrs. Candles will never show her face on camera. I'll tell you that, guys, right now. If she does, it'll probably be an accident. But let's go ahead and continue. I hear you. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not I don't care what other people are doing. I genuinely don't. I don't know. It's just like what do? You go on social media. It's like, I just, I'm going to the store. And it's like, I don't know. Like, I like to learn stuff. I don't like, I like to do other forms of mindless entertainment. I'd rather, scroll on TikTok and watch funny videos or just watch a movie or something rather than like check in on what people I know from high school are doing. I just don't care. I just really don't. It's not to be mean, but like, I just don't. I'm focused on my own stuff. But anyway, to each their own. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying it's bad if you like social media. I'm just not for me. But it's funny because it literally is for me because I do it for a living. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out the next altcoin, which is going to be Rune. And if this thing keeps coming down, the whole thing's going to be ruined. Okay, bad joke. Anyway, let's continue on here, guys, and you can make it up. Guys, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to have to do my show again. Like, you guys should just use the volume profiles. There you go. Learn the volume profiles, and then you guys can graduate your trading careers, right? Like, seriously, guys. Like, literally, all the altcoins, even Bitcoin, like, we have predicted exactly what they were going to do. Not because I'm a wizard, not because I'm the best trader, not because I'm better than everybody else, not because of me, because of what we teach with the volume profiles, right? Like, the volume profiles called this. You're looking for a move up. I don't even remember when we pulled this. I assume it was somewhat recently. Maybe we pulled it after price moved up. But a lot of the coins, guys, we have these value areas sitting up here before price even approached, right? And what are you expecting at this point? Bang your head. Once you get above, you're looking to go to the POC and then the value area high. I don't know where the POC is, but I assume it's somewhere right here, right? So let's go ahead and check it. I can almost guarantee you it's somewhere right there. Okay, no, I was way wrong. Way wrong. POC is actually down here. But you're looking for those moves from the value area low to the POC. You get a little resistance on the POC. Once you get above the POC, you're looking for the move to the high, and then you get a rejection at the high, and now you're looking for it to go back down to the POC. You can't make it up, guys. You can't make it up. This is a cheat sheet for trading. This is literally a cheat sheet for trading. Oh, God, man. I wasted so much time trying to, I wasted so much time. I wish someone showed me the volume profile. But anyway, yeah, money flow coming out on the 1 hour pretty clearly here. 4 hour money flow coming out. I mean, very similar, guys. I would look for some sideways. I am neutral, bullish in the long term and the medium term, neutral bearish on almost everything in the short term. So there you go. But yeah, we rejected the value area high. We're looking for a potential move to the POC. If we lose that, potential move down to the value area low. There you go. But let's take a look at some of these. Take a look at the daily red dot on the daily. Again, money flow. This is letting us know long term, medium term, this is likely going to continue up. But short term, red dot may continue the correction to the downside. And again, key levels of support, super easy. POC, I'd be looking at this range. If you're a big rune trader and or you're looking to buy rune on spot, whatever it is, if you are, let me actually adjust these. Let me actually come down to the 4 hour, right? So if you are a big rune guy, right, or gal, I would be watching this range. Now, if you really wanted me to give it all away, I'll give you exactly where to pull the range from. I would pull the range, or this range specifically is pulled from, on the 4 hour chart, from Sunday, the 17th of July, 2022, all the way. I would actually maybe even extend this a little bit, to be honest with you. Right about here. Yeah. All the way down to about Tuesday, the 16th of August, 2022. And now we are within that volume profile, right? And we are likely going to continue respecting these levels. Look how clean that is, guys. Look how clean that is. Actually, the other value area low was nicer because we tapped it perfectly. But either way, you're going to have many levels. They're not all going to tap to the dollar. But either way, you have a good idea of what is going on here, with these levels. They're likely going to be respected. So I would expect, 45-minute red dot. Let's see, 12-hour red dot confirmed. I'd be looking down towards this POC, look for some consolidation potentially before coming down and making a bigger move to the upside. And that is Rune, plain and simple. Same thing as everything else. Higher time frames, overbought, VWAPs coming down, indicating a short-term pullback. All right, let's go ahead and move on here. Let's see. Okay. That's right, retrace incoming. Glad I stuck by my guns and waited for a macro higher low on some of these alts that started to send. Shout out to AZTV. I smell money, brother. I smell money. Shout out to the 682 people still in here, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button for Creighton C. Don't do it for me. Do it for Creighton. Best volume indicator, first timer. Shout out to Cal. Well, welcome to the CandleMafia, bro. Shout out to you. I would say fixed range volume profile. Simply come to your indicators, come on down to technicals, go to profiles, and then look for your fixed range volume profile or your visible range volume profile. The difference between these indicators are your fixed range. You get to select the candles that you are analyzing, where the visible range will simply analyze the candles that are showing on your chart, right? So if you pull up the visible range, you can see you have your profile right here, right? And then if I zoom in, boom, the profile changes, right? Because we're only analyzing these candles now. If you zoom out, it will take all the candles into account and the volume changes. So I think you need a paid version of TradingView for the visible range, I believe. But I think the fixed range is free. And if it's not, I may be coming out with an indicator in partnership with somebody pretty big in the business that may be, and that is probably, not probably, it is going to be free. So let's see. Let's see. My visible range is short. I can't pull it off. Shout out to Nima. Fixed range is free. Okay, so fixed range is free. Visible range is paid. So there you go. Keep that in mind. Thank you, Chemistry, bro. I appreciate you, bro. What platforms do you use? This is TradingView. I use TradingView. I also use ExoCharts, but that's a little more advanced. And shout out, somebody said, hang on, who said it? Lloyd. Lloyd says, why did you pick that for pulling? Great question. Simply, it is an area where price consolidated, right? So what does that tell me, right? That tells me that this area this is a place where buyers and sellers found balance, right? As soon as it came over this level, the bears were like, no, push it back down, right? And then once we came down to this level, the bulls were like, oh, this is cheap, buy it back up. So we found balance up here, right? Which is essentially, when I say we found balance, we simply just found a range. So that's what I pulled it on. I just pulled it on the range, and then once you enter back into that range, clearly it gets respected again, almost to the dollar. There you go. So shout out to Lloyd, and congrats on your wins, bro. Let's see. Yeah, TradingView has such a market dominance when it comes to charting. I know. It's like, I don't even, listen, I do this for a literal living, and I don't even, like, what are the other ones? Like, what's the other one? I forget the name of it, because I don't even pay attention to them. They really do. The market dominance is insane. Like, if they start doing, like, order flow, like real order flow, it's over. It's over. Let's see. Creighton C says, is that person Crypto Face? Shout out to Creighton C. No, hopefully one day it is. I'd love to do something with multiple people, but it is not. I will tell you that. It is not. I would love to do something, though. But let's see. Let's continue on here. We will have Crypto Face on very soon, though. We don't have him on the show again soon. Shout out to Dark Cyan. Says FET or ICP. We could try to work those in. If we have time, brother, I will try. We have ARB, FET, or Fetch. I just said the ticker. FET, ICP. I'll try to work one of those. I think ICP was in here, wasn't it? Yeah, ICP's on the list. So I'll look at ARB and FET. Yeah, no problem, bro. I got you, homie. Shout out to Dark. But let's go ahead and continue on there. There is Rune. Hopefully this thing doesn't go to zero and get ruined. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. All right, let's see. Chili's. Let's check it. Boom. All right, let's see here. Take a look at the daily. Again, guys, like, my sentiment on all these altcoins is the same for the most part, right? Like, money flow just crossing over into the green on Chili's, looking for a bigger move to the upside. Other than that, this is kind of wonked out price action, to be honest with you. Let me pull this whole range. Yeah, broke out of your value area. Yeah, your next real key level. Oh, I pulled that wrong. Boom. But yeah, your next key level is basically going to be this high volume node. And remember, look what happened inside this low volume gap. Look what happened in the low volume gap. Big wick up. Big quick wick up. Bing bong, right? So there you go. But the next key levels I would be looking at, or the next value area I would look at, is going to be right here. Value area low coming in at 0.0753. POC coming in at 0.0768. Value area high coming in at 0.0796. So, and then obviously this high volume node, right? Like, just not even looking at the profile over here, just looking at your volume, right? You got a big move through this little gap here, little rejection. Big move through this little volume gap here, big rejection. If you could get up to this higher volume node up here, I would expect a big rejection, right? But if you could flip this level to support, let me get rid of the visible range real quick. And let me go ahead and highlight this. Boom, right? So if we do get up there, this is your key level right here, 0.0755. If you can get up there, that's your key level. You flip that to support, opens up the door to potentially make it up to about 0.0795, right? And then obviously your POC is going to give you a little bit of turbulence. So let me go ahead and label this. Previous value area high, previous value area low, and then we'll label this POC. So there you go. Obviously going to get a little bit of rejection there, but that's your key level to flip, 0.0755. Other than that, money flow on the daily looks bullish. Same thing. Higher daily time frames look like it may want to cool off locally here or continue to consolidate. But, again, quick move down, quick moves up. And we did see that, right? So that's kind of what I would be looking at on Chili's. But again, higher time frames look like they want to cool off, but the trend will likely continue up. That is what I am looking at. And the key levels. Let's go. All right, like pun fun. Let's go. Shout out to JF. Let's see. Could you do a tut video? Shout out to Prasen. I don't know how to say your name, bro. I always mess it up. But Frankie, could you do a tutorial? I like that tut video. A tutorial video on how and where to pull fixed range volume profiles. Also, how do fixed volume profiles also draw out previous value area? Yeah, bro. Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Prasen. Yes, noted, brother, noted. We will. I don't know if it's going to be this Sunday sauce, but I will make a video at some point about that for sure. All right, let's see. All right, let's continue on and take a look at ICP, which was also what. Who super chatted? Who was that? Somebody wanted to see it. Shout out to Dark. Yeah, Dark wanted to see ICP. Calf. You guys want to see some calf? You guys want me to show some skin in the middle of the stream? Come on. Guys, it's a TA stream, not an only calf stream. All right, here we go. I wish I was kidding. The bottom of these pants, guys, is too tight. I can't pull them over my calf. But to be fair, it's not because my calves are huge. They are huge, but it's not because they're huge. These are just like really tight little anklets. I don't know what you call them. Anyway, back to the TA. Let's continue on. Taking a look at ICP. Not to be confused with iCup. Anyway, let's see here, right? What we can do is look at this area of balance. I'm going to pull these macro profiles. Boom. Okay. So taking a look at the daily, 2-day VWAP looking for the red dot, like pretty clearly looking for the red dot here. Daily, red dot confirmed, money flow crossover, same sentiment as everything else. So I will just go ahead and give you the key levels. And we are on a lot of the altcoins testing the POC of the previous value areas on the next leg up, right? So same thing here, right? We're actually attempting to, let me go ahead and pull this, right? We are actually attempting to pull, where are we? This previous value area low, we are attempting to hold this as support, right? We've broken back into this area of balance, right? We've broken up, hit your head on the value area low, broke the POC, back to the low, back to the POC, back to low, back to the POC, back to low, back to the POC, lost it, rejected the value area low. Do you see how these levels are respected, guys? These are not just like, they are magic levels, but these aren't imaginary levels. These are respected, right? And then we stuck to the POC as expected. This acts as a magnet, right? And then you wind up losing it back to the low, and we're just really trying to stay within this volume profile. So really struggling to get back to the high, though, at $4.28. But as long as you're able to hold support above this value area low at $3.95, this is going to be your chance to hold support, flip that POC to support as well before getting a move to the value area high, again at $4.30. So that would kind of be the next legitimate target I would be looking at for ICP. However, again, like doing the analysis, we are, VWAP coming up on the 4-hour, but money flow is coming down, right? So again, same thing. I would expect some kind of consolidation. I'm basically neutral bearish in the short term, right? So maybe we get a little move up neutral bullish, right? In the short term, looking for a potential retrace up or just some consolidation. That's why neutral, meaning consolidation, bullish, meaning a little bit of a pump. So neutral bullish in the short term, but again, with the 4-hour money flow trending down, with the 8-hour money flow trending down, 8-hour red dot printing, we could expect a larger correction to come in here potentially. And then again, what do we have, guys? We got a red dot on the 8-hour. We're going to go straight down to those lower time frames, such as the 30-minute, which also has a red dot. And we're looking for the 24 and 30-minute money flow to cross over into the red. Oftentimes, that will give us a bigger move. Now, I would be a little careful with this. Reason being is that I'm not expecting a huge move down, right? Because things are bullish on the higher time frames. So I would be careful, not looking to short this thing to zero. Come on. There we go. What just happened? That was wild. But yeah, 30-minute money flow not quite coming out. 24-minute is, though. So, yeah, and you got the bear div. I would be looking for, yeah, golden pocket. Ooh, baby. That might have been your opportunity. I would be looking at this as a level of resistance to potentially look for a scalp short. Not a big short, right? A scalp short. If we come back into this golden pocket 786, you may be able to get a little more of a ride down to your value area low for a nice little scalp. And then if you take profit and you lose the value area low and get a bigger move down, maybe down to these lows, you could wind up turning that little scalp into a grand slam or maybe just a home run for this one. But, yeah, pulling this more macro range as well. Let me get rid of... yeah, taking a look at more of the macro range. Let me hide all the other stuff. Yeah, looking at more of like kind of the grander range here. Yeah, I mean, you're right up against that POC. Potentially able to get down here as well. $3.88. So let me just pull everything up now. So, yeah, it's POC, macro POC, golden pocket, 786. That's what I'd be looking at. Potential rejection here. Back down to either this previous value area low or this previous value area low. Both are in play, in my opinion. So there you go. That's what I'd be looking for, guys. On ICP. Let's go. Shout out to the ICP gang. What do ICP people call each other? I don't even know. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Frankie, how do you choose where to pull the fixed range volume profile from? Shout out to Prayson. I just went over that like a few minutes ago. Essentially, all I do is try to find where the. I mean, there's a little more to it. I will try to make a. Tutorial video about that, right? Because I do get a lot of questions about it. But the truth is, you really can. Although you don't want to just pull volume profiles on anything because obviously knowing where to pull them from is kind of an art more than a science, to be honest. But basically, to get started, all I look for is areas of consolidation, meaning areas where price was ranging, right? So you could see where do you have clear ranges, right? So if you grab your square tool, right, your box tool, you could see right here, obviously we were kind of finding balance, right? You had lows, highs, lows, highs, lows, highs, lows, right? So this would be an area that you could pull a range on. So simply put, I would pull a range here. And I'll get into exactly like where, what candles to pull them from. There is some specifics, but they aren't necessarily like absolutely. It's not that if you don't. Like, here's the thing. Let me show you, right? Like, if you're just going to pull it on areas of consolidation, where I would pull it from would probably be this candle, right? This candle or this candle. And I'm not going to go into specifically why, but simply put, you're just looking to pull from try to cover the area of consolidation. And what does it look like, right? Well, hey, like we're getting respect on the value area low for the most part. So respect. Every time you deviate below your value area, you wind up getting a move to your value area high. You deviate from the high, you go back to the low. You deviate from the low, you go back to the high. Deviate from the high, you go back to the low. Deviate from the low, you go back to the high. And then so on and so forth, right? Like this is how we crush the trades. It's not just as easy as shorting the highs and longing the lows. I want to be very clear. There's a lot more to it than that. It's way harder than that. But this is part of the strategy that I use to get into and make money in these ranges. And then when price gets a big move down or like price ranges 80% of the time. Let me spit this right real quick. Price ranges 80% of the time, right? So you have balance and imbalance. And I talk about this a lot, right? So you have imbalance and then you get balance. And then you get imbalance and then you get balance. And then you get imbalance and then you get balance, right? And then oftentimes when price leaves one area of balance, you have a volume profile up here. So chances are when price gets in balance again, you're going to hunt out another area where you previously found balance. So that's why you look at the value areas, right? Because no one's interested at these prices, right? Like everyone's just dumping through these prices or ripping through these prices. When price gets back up to an area of balance and you get back accepted into that range, that's why those levels are respected again. And really what I do and the way I trade, again, it's not as easy as it sounds, but basically what I like to do is I like to scalp the highs to the lows to the highs to the lows, and we make money within these ranges because, again, most of the opportunity is within ranges because price action ranges more often than it doesn't, right? It ranges 80% of the time. So you get these little scalps up and down, and then no matter what happens in the market, if this range is going to break down to lower prices, or if it's going to break out to higher prices, chances are, if you're trading the range correctly, if it breaks down, you're going to be in a short from the high. And if it breaks out to the upside, you're going to be in a long at the low. So this is how we trade, and I always say this is why when people always ask me, like, are you in any trades? And they're always like, how do you always long the bottom and short the top? It's because I don't necessarily know that I'm longing the bottom. I'm just looking for a scalp, and then when price breaks out, I'm more often than not going to be in a trade from the opposite end. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you out. I could try to make a video to go more in detail about exactly what candles to pull them from, but like even down here, you could see you have like pretty decent support, right? You clearly have a range here, right? You have a range low right here, range low, and then you have range high. Well, before you make this high, right? If you're looking at like live price action before the full range was formed, you would be looking at range low here, range high here, right? And then technically you make a lower low here. But at this point, actually I would make range low right here. So range low here, right? Because you want to have at least 3 touches, right? You want a 1, 2, 3 before you can consider it a range. In my opinion, 4 is even better. But this is range low, range high, right? So what I would do is I would pull my volume, right, over this area of price action, right? We got bing bong, pull the range. Actually, very interesting. This is not what I thought this range was going to look like. This is kind of a wonked out range. But oftentimes it will look like this, where it's like very clear. Because just because you have a range high or a range high and a range low, this is different than the value area high and the value area low. You might hear me refer to the value area high or value area low as the range high or range low. But when you're just looking at ranges on just price action, not looking at the VPs, you're gonna see, right? Like if I'm looking at let's go into bar replay mode real quick, right here. Right, so okay, we got a little range here, right? So range high, right here, right, essentially. Right here, you could even say it's right here, right? Range low, right here, right? So once you pull your range, boom, right? You have a value area high. Your value area highs are actually often within your macro range or your overall range. But the range high is different than the value area high. But again, like it's kind of overcomplicating things, to be honest. Like what I like to tell people is simply put, before you start worrying about exactly where to pull the candles, like just learn how the tool works, right? And find those ranges and pull those. This is like, we'll just find another area where we were ranging, right? Let's see, like right here, you can see lows, highs, right? Or lows, highs, low, highs. Like even here, it's even better. You have highs here, generally. Draw a horizontal line, right? Clear resistance here, right? Clearly you have some form of support here, right? So pull that range. And make sure you have it non-extending to the right. Boom. So why is this red? Why does this happen? But there you go. There's your value area now. And then when you deviate from the value area, you're looking to go back to the POC and eventually the low. Deviate from the value area high, back to the POC, back to the low. Deviate from the low, back to the POC, back to the high. So I'm not going to go fully into it, but there you go. I'll try to make a tutorial video going a little bit more in depth into that. Let's go ahead and continue on. There is ICP. That is what I would be looking for. I would look for a potential shot up to that 786 or value area high before looking for a scalp short. Because remember, if you pull this all the way to your actual high, value area high zone is going to be another major area of resistance. All right, let's see. Let's see. BTC bouncing from 1 hour value area high. Let's check it. Oh, baby. She's getting a little pop ski. Come on, come a little higher. Let me get another short entry, man. Come on, I got scammed. All right, let's continue on here. Let's see. We will do ARB. Let's do ARB. Binance Tether US. Arbitrum going to 0. All right, next altcoin. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. All right, let's take a look here. Take a look at the daily. Oh, baby, pop it to the upside. Bada bing. I'm just kidding. I mean, same thing. Let's see. Yeah, money flow crossing over into the green. I mean, again, guys, like all these altcoins look essentially the same. Yeah, all these essentially look the same, right? Money flow crossover into the green, looking bullish, right? So it's kind of all the same. And then you come on to the 4 hour, money flow coming out, right? Bearish divergences confirmed, VWAP coming up. They all look almost exactly the same. Bearish divergence printing on the 16 hour. Not quite. It's like an exaggerated bull div, bear div on your 12-hour. Take a look at the 6-hour. Yeah, you got divs printing. I would lean neutral, bearish. I would lean neutral, bearish on this. And you actually don't really have a clean. You don't really have a clean range here. But what we can do is pull up the VPVR and find out where those key levels are. So I'm actually going to pull the fib as well. Let's go from the high to the low. Yeah, this would be. Yeah, this is actually. Oh, whoops. Come on. There we go. This is what I would look at right here. Boom. This is your next key level of resistance. Key level of support. We are just sitting here. This key level of support, guys, if you are able to hold above this level, you're likely going to get a move up into this golden pocket and potentially that 786 getting into the $1.15 area. But if you lose this POC, you're probably in for a little bit more boring price action, ranging around, potentially getting a bigger move down. But this is your key level of support on ARB. You want to hold that 99-cent level, which is a high-volume node. And again, if you're able to get above that high-volume node, you might get a quick move up to your golden pocket and maybe even a quick move up to your 786, again, coming in at $1.15. But yeah, VWAP looking for the red dot on the daily. I would lean neutral bearish on this in the short term. But again, that fresh money flow crossover into the green is likely to maintain the move to the upside over time. So there you go. That is what I'd be looking at on ARB. And again, yeah, like VWAP coming up on your 4-hour, looking similar to Bitcoin, looking similar to all the other altcoins. So there you go. Shout out to, I thought that said Adam Sandler. I'm not going to lie. Shout out to Adam says, stop going back. Tell us the future, please. Shout out to Adam. Yeah, I mean, we did talk about the future as well. I was just answering, I forget whose question it was. I was just answering a question that somebody asked about the volume profiles. But one thing I do want to press about that, stop going back. Tell us the future. Going back in the past and explaining how that is literally how, right? So the question you're asking is, I want to know what the future is. This is what a lot of people get tripped up on. In order to be able to tell the future, you need to be able to go back and find out where those key levels are and also see what has happened in the past to predict the future, right? So I do get what you're saying, but I do just want to say, in order to predict the future, you have to go back into the past. That's how it works, right? So there you go. But shout out to you, bro. I was just answering a question. But shout out to Adam. I appreciate the super chat, bro. Let's see. Carlos. What is going on, Carlos? Shout out to you, bro. He said, please check out Harmony 1. Gracias. Shout out to Carlos. How do we show? All right, we're an hour and 15 minutes. We are close. But yeah, okay. We can, all right, we'll make that the last one. Shout out to Carlos. No problem. Let's go ahead and check it. Harmony 1. Let's see. Tether US. Bada boom. All right, this is old. I know this is old because of how thick these lines are. God, I have not used, this is old, man. All right, let's get rid of this. Okay, so taking a look at Harmony 1. Let's go ahead and check it out. Bada boom. Take a look at the daily. Probably looking the same as everything else. Yeah, fresh money flow crossover into the green. But you also have a fresh green dot, right? So bullish in the long term. I'm not going to go over I'm not going to go over like the long term because it's all the same, right? I would be looking for a actually, no, not really. Because this fresh daily green dot is actually a little more bullish than everything else, right? Or most other things that we've looked at. But, as far as money flow, looking for more upside in the near, in the medium term, right? But let's go ahead. Whoops. Let's go ahead and check this out. So this is kind of what I mean. Adam, this is what I was talking about, bro. We got to go back here and look at these old profiles to predict the future, right? Because where are we likely going to get reactions from? It's likely going to get the reactions from these older profiles. But there we go. Bada boom. You got your value area high right here. You have your POC sitting right here. And you have your, and you have your value area low sitting right here. Shout out to Retro Mike Tech. Shout out to you, bro. Bro, $20 super chat. I appreciate that, bro. And I hope you didn't mean to type something and then didn't it didn't type it for you. Hopefully that didn't yeah, shout out to you, bro. Thank you for the $20 super chat. I really do appreciate that. But don't super chat again if you wanted to say something. Say something for free in the chat, and then hopefully the mods will see it and let me know. But if not, thank you for the tip, bro. I appreciate you, man. We're working hard out here. We're working hard. Hardly working or working hard or hardly working. Let's see. I'll look for a chat from Retro. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Chemistry, bro, man. You're the man. All right, let's continue on. So this is what I'd be looking at, right? On Harmony. Quick and dirty on Harmony because we are running out of time here. But bada boom, there you go. 4 hour, right? Where'd we go? This is why, yeah, you got to look into the past to find the future, right? Because again, if you were watching this value area, you could have been looking here saying, hey, once we start testing this area, we may be able to break above the value area low. And where are we going to go? Right to that POC. Once you reject that POC, you're likely going to get a move back down to the value area low. So here we are. I would basically just be looking. Your key level of support here is going to be the value area low. Your key level here is going to be this value area low at 0.01197, right? If you hold above this, as long as you're able to hold above this level, I would be looking for a potential move up to the POC. So there you go. Right up to the, shout out to Crypto Totoro. Crypto Totoro, you're not in here, are you, bro? Where's Crypto Totoro? He brought me a gift one day, and I use it now. I'm not going to explain it. Shout out to Crypto Totoro. Hopefully when he comes back in, he shows himself because I got to shout him out. But anyway, yeah, looking for, as long as you hold this value area low, looking for a move up to the POC. If you lose this value area low, I would be looking probably for a bigger move down closer to this high volume node, getting closer to 0.01109. But as long as you hold above this level, I'd be looking up to the POC and potentially that value area high coming in at 0.01313. 1313. Let's see. Yes, and it has batteries. That's all we know. You use it, and it takes batteries. Shout out to Creighton C. Yeah. I just said Creighton C. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. The C's are throwing me off. Like I said, guys, once we get to about an hour and a half in, my brain power just goes down. It's been a long day. Good evening, Alexandra. Shout out to Retro Mike Tech. I appreciate you for being here, bro. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Shout out to Dinero. Quick rundown on Ada. I will try. Stick around for the Frankie fake out. Maybe we'll take a look at Ada on the fake out. I appreciate you, Dinero. He changed his name yesterday because he was winning trades, and his name was Denro. Now it is Dinero. Shout out to you, bro. Bing. Bong. Let's get it. But anyway, let's continue on. I mean, honestly, this is what I'd be looking for, right? Like, this is what I would be looking at on okay, can't delete that. This is what I'd be looking at on Harmony, right? Just keeping an eye on this value area. You're simply within this area of balance, so there's no reason to expect to kind of deviate from it. And if you do deviate from it, honestly, if you deviate from the low, you may want to look for longs, but you got to find those confirmations. You're not blindly long in the lows and shorting the highs. That's not how it works. But decent little gap here, right? So I'd be careful. If you lose this, it might be a quick move down. I'd be careful. But other than that, like in the long term, like short VWAP coming up on your 4 hour, but it's looking the same as everything else. Like short term, I'd look for consolidation pump, but money flow's coming out. So like micro term, I'd look for some consolidation and some moves up and then a big move down. But in general, guys, like even if we get a bigger move down, I'm looking for a continuation of the trend, right? And this is right here, right? So bing bong bing. Come down, right? Or even if you come down here, I would be looking for a higher low and a bigger move to the upside based off your money flow, right? And your green dot on the daily. But just be careful of that short-term noise. All right, guys, I think that is all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and hanging out with us. Oh, wait, hang on. Shout out to NBatter Virus. Shout out to you, bro. Says it's retrograde analysis Adam. Wait, hang on. I don't know what that means. Shout out to NBatter Virus. Are you talking about Retro Mike? Shout out to NBatter Virus. I don't know. That went over my head, bro. Shout out to you, though. I do appreciate the super chat. I feel bad that I didn't get it. Shout out to NBatter, bro. Thank you for always showing support, man. All All right, let's get hashtag value. Shout out to Creighton. I always say anybody with the name that starts with a C. First thing that comes to my mind is Creighton C for some reason. But anyway, guys, I think that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. Let's go ahead and start spinning that wheel of pain and pleasure. Oh, God, guys, I feel like I need to start wearing my glasses. And the last thing I want to do is start wearing glasses because you don't want to be the guy with glasses and an inhaler. I mean, you don't want to be the guy with glasses and a girlfriend that has an inhaler, right? Nerds. Anyway, let's see. Oh, shout out. Hang on, hold up. Shout out to Martin Hanna. Thank you for the super chat. Says, yo, Charles watches your videos because I complained about Ada price and it pumped. Let's go. Shout out to Martin. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. You just whisper into Cardano's ear. Whisper into Ada's ear. Hey, baby, just come on, just pump just a little bit. Give us a little pop to the upside, baby. Anyway, guys, this is not an ASMR stream. I'm sorry. But let's go ahead and spin this wheel of pain and pleasure. Did we? Oh, God, we did not get 550 likes. That is sad. 472. Smash that like button if you have not already. If we hit 550 likes before we're done spinning these 4 spins, I will spin it 15 times. Let's go. We were going for 850 on this stream, too. Wow, just really was reaching there. Call everybody with a C named Cody. Shout out to Cody. We love Cody. Is Cody? You think Cody ever watches, or you think he doesn't love us anymore? I don't know. I don't think he's in here. I forget the guy's actual name. Crayon causing trouble. Never. Shout out to Retro Mike. Oh, Bob, let's go. 479. We're creeping up there, guys. I don't think we're going to hit 550, but that's okay. Actually, I think we could do it, guys. Go ahead and smash that like button. I think we can do it. Let's see if we can will our way to 550 likes. Let's see. Lick that dang like button. Shout out to Jonah Lang. Yo, let's go. Shout out to B-Team Crypto. Embedded Virus, thank you so much for that super chat, bro. Said, it was a response to Adam, retrograde analysis in order to look ahead. Gotcha. It pays to look backwards. It's a technique in chess. Oh, interesting. Gotcha. Shout out to Embatter, bro. You're learning me. You're dang learning me. You're spitting your own sauce to me. Let's go. Shout out to Embatter. Was that the only one into the deodorant commercial? Shout out to West G. Let's go. I like the Old Spice commercials. Those are hilarious. Not hilarious, but like they're pretty good, right? Guy comes walking in on a horse, like he's half horse, half man, right? What are those? I forget. Those are like old commercials. Let's see. Come on, giveaway, baby. Shout out to Hunman. What is going on, bro? Give him a giveaway, baby. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 giveaways. We spun it 7 times. That was way more than we were supposed to. But that's for you, mods. Let's add those giveaways to our giveaway tomorrow. But with all that being said, guys, I think that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. And real quick, shout out to Crayon C. Crayon C. That might be a new thing. Shout out to Creighton C. I appreciate you so much. He said, I will not be referred to as a Cody. Not now. Not ever. All you C people will take your Creighton and like it. Yo, shout out. Yo, bro. Yo, dude, you're funny, bro. You're funny. Shout out to Creighton C, bro. Chemistry Bro said, this was great. These are great commercials. Pretty sure he was just sitting on a horse, though. Not half horse, half man. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. Hey, man, I don't know. Listen, I'm on. It's so funny, bro. I'm looking it up after I sign off here. I'm gonna look it up, and if he was half man, half horse, I'm gonna be super happy. I'm gonna be very validated. I'll feel like. But you're probably right, Ken, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But with all that being said, guys, that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. Thank you all for tuning in and hanging out till the end of the stream. Guys, I'm really not gonna give this a lot of attention. I know a lot of you guys probably saw some stuff going on Twitter. Again, I really don't want to give it a lot of attention. The other people keep saying that they're going to stop, but they just don't. I don't know why. I'm not even barking back. But, guys, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything wrong. I've never done anything wrong. I come up here and do what I want, which is doing the TA and focusing on the content and hanging out with you guys with a smile on my face. I'm living my life, and I'm just going to continue on pushing through and taking the high road for this one. If anyone was wondering, that's just go read my old Twitter thread. But that's all I got, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you guys for spending all your time here with the Mafia and your boy Frankie Candles to do 2 full hours of TA. I will see you guys here tomorrow. Same place, same time. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. That's all I got, Mafia. I'll see you guys next time. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
I ain't tryna see your hand out. No freebies, better pay out. Y'all so cheap, man, we stay out. Feel like a breeze, don't play around. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me.
Yeah, I've been on the road, chill. 31, baby, living out my dream still. I just got off a tour, the product in store, I'm playing. I'll be rocking with the guy in the horse, yeah. You just hopped in the coupe, got lock in the shoes. I worship his Zeus, you not gonna shoot. I'm watching you do the cam base where I'm blocking these fools. I got studio time, I got my watch in the booth, yeah. They be praying on my downfall. I'm an outlaw, switching pulls every stance like Southpaw. How come your mouth off when y'all soft? No, you see me on the trampoline, about to bounce off, yeah. It's a matter of time. I know you see me standing in the front, back of the line. I happen to grind every minute, passing the time. We ain't never been friends. How you acting like mine? Y'all need contentment. Y'all got resentment. God's grace lead to repentance. You live for mentions that make me question how you gonna handle a gift if you don't know how to stew a blessing. You can't do it. You don't want a dream chase. You don't put your hands to it. You know the circle strong. 4th and 40 got a punt. No, I don't do what I want. I do it for the kingdom come. I ain't know that I was flowing. I ain't showing sign of slowing. I am going for the juggler, mate. The one to debate. But you seem to want it for free. I ain't doing video unless I'm gonna get paid. Yeah, I've been working on a gift. I ain't doing free shows. You can call me here again. You can call me what you want. It's really absurd. Just because you're the church doesn't really mean you don't have to pay me what I'm worth.
I ain't tryna see your hand out. No freebies, better pay out. Y'all so cheap, man, we stay out. Feel like a breeze, don't play around. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleepy, and that's when you really gon' need me.
I got something to say. I got something to say, guys. And it's about ADA. It's about ADA, guys. We've got some interesting stuff happening here on ADA. Shout out to whoever asked for this. I forget who it was. And I said, stick around till the fake out. Maybe we'll take a look at ADA. And here we are. So let's take a look here, guys. One thing I would be paying attention to on Cardano is going to be... I'm actually going to restart this. Actually, let me see. Do we have another chart open for ADA? What is this? This is the Coinbase chart. Let's take a look at the Bybit chart. No. Let's take a look at... Wait, was it the Bybit chart? Hang on. Hold up. No, that was the 21st. Let's see. ADA, Binance Tether US. There we are, baby. There we are. Okay, so here we are, guys, hitting our key level on Cardano as we put this bullish divergence. Remember, you put the bullish divergence in at the value area low, letting you know that this may be a strong bottom with money flow coming up. You bing bong around the value area low a little bit, put in another 16-hour bull div here, and then you go from where? The value area low to the POC and the value area high. When you break out of the value area high, this is where we were looking up to this higher level, which dang, son, where'd you find this? Look at that level, guys. Respected almost to the dollar here. It is a macro golden pocket. So, higher targets for Cardano, if we were to see them, I would be looking up towards the 786 at about 34 cents. If you cannot get up to 34 cents and you reject here, I would be looking for a pushback to this key level of support, which is going to be at about 30 cents, almost exactly. And this, I believe, probably does have some kind of confluence with our golden pocket. And there it is, right? So this would be kind of the area that I would be looking at right here. Bada boom, bada bing, purple, bada boom. So there you go. This purple, oh no, yeah, maybe. A little sussed out on this. Actually, no, hang on. You could actually probably, yeah, you just take the full impulse here. So this is what I would look at, right? Value area high, golden pocket, 786 POC confluence, turn it blue for support, and If we get a move down here, I would look for a bounce off that blue box and a potential move into that 786 at about 0.3484. So there you go, guys. And honestly, you know, this higher high into that key level, right, with your lower highs on your momentum waves on the 16-hour could get a 16-hour bear div. So you may want to wait because we could shoot for that 786 before we get the cool off. So you want to be careful because if you come down to the 4-hour, ooh, yeah, you got your high, yeah, you got your bear divs on the 4-hour probably about to print as well. Once this 4-hour bear div prints with money flow coming out, you might be able to get a correction. But those are the levels of support. If we do pull back, I would look to pull back somewhere into this blue box. So there you go, guys. That is Cardano, and that's what I'd be looking for. Little Frankie fake out ADA analysis, little quick and dirty ADA analysis, the little QDAA, the CUDA. That's what they call that, quick, dirty ADA analysis. Why did I just almost say that word? Good Lord, I don't know why, guys. But with all that being said, that's all the time. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, guys, I love each and every single one of you guys. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the stream. And until tomorrow at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll see you guys next time. Same place, same time. Hasta pasta. Frank Candles out. Bing bong. Yo, no way. I accidentally hit the helicopter sound effect. No way. That's all I got, Mafia. Hasta pasta. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know, on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal